And this book that gives us is a peculiar way of understanding the present, because it does so by looking back, a millennium and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and getting a little grasp of the feeling that people had at that time. And, it's really educational.
Yeah, I think so. That's why I love studying these kind of things.
And by the way, you are the man. I mean, nobody else, I think, goes quite to the depth that you do in these studies. It's amazing. So what do you gather? Are you driven to any kind of an understanding that the rest of us may not have?
As far as prophecy, so far it's the same. It just seems to be super clear that they believe the same as we do. Pre-trib rapture, a 7-year tribulation period where there's an antichrist that takes over. There's 10 nations. There's a lot of detail about that stuff, mainly just repeats of scripture, but it just shows you that they believe the same way, looked at it the same way.
And again, this is Paul's ancient Hebrew Thessalonian epistles. What? Every time you read the title, you say, oh, wait a minute, that can't be right. Ancient Hebrew Thessalonian epistles. That was written in Greek. And how many times have we read 1st and 2nd Thessalonians? It's for Bible-believing Christians, pre-trib. I mean, these are I think the two books in the Bible that are worn out.
Mm-hmm.
They're just about to fall out of the Bible because they've been opened and closed so many times. And every time we look at Paul's epistles concerning the end times, and particularly references to the rapture of the church, etc., we are looking with a motive. In other words, things are happening, and we as Latter-day Christians are saying, okay, I'm going to look at this one more time to see if I can get a new, not a new translation, but a new, is it a feeling? No, it's not a feeling. But you understand what I'm saying?
A new understanding, or a better understanding.
A better understanding. And I think maybe, well, I know the first time I read this book, and when I looked at these verses that we've got before us here, it had the effect of giving me one of those, wow, they believe that too, that far back. It sort of gave me a sense of relief in a way, because you could go back and sympathize with someone who lived over 1,000 years ago. And rather than being disturbing, that's kind of a calming thing. Mm-hmm. We have a long, long chain of belief that comes right up to the present day, the blessed hope. And will we see the rapture of the church? I can't say that we will, but a lot of people are. And so you look back at Ken's work and you say, well, okay, now I'm looking back at what somebody believed, and kind of gives me a feeling of comfort. I guess that's the way I would put it.
Yeah, we can comfort one another with these words.
Yeah, where have I read that?